From Sharjah to the outer space. It is Sharjah Sat's official launch today, and we're very, very excited. Counting down the hours. Tonight at 6:30, you can catch the broadcast on Sharjah TV, and the official launch is expected at about 6:56 p.m. It is the Sharjah Sat 1. A team of Emirati engineers have worked on this project, and one of them is amongst us here in this studio. It is Mohamed BinAshour, a research engineer based at the Sharjah Academy for Astronomy and Space Sciences. Thank you very much for joining us, and a very good morning to you.
Thank you, good morning.
Well, really excited to hear about this. Now, Rani and I have been speaking about this on air for the whole day, really building up on the excitement of the launch of Sharjah Sat 1. How excited are you? Because you worked on it for several years now.
Yep, I'm actually very excited, especially working on it for a long time, seeing all the ups and downs throughout the project and finally reaching this level. Yeah, it feels like I was here tomorrow. It was actually 2 years ago I was here explaining Sharjah Sat 1, and here we are now, ready for the launch. So it's very exciting. Very exciting.
So you've been working on this for 3 years, right?
3 years, yes.
3 years. And let's talk about the mission of this project, of the Sharjah Sat 1. What's the mission behind it? Can you take us through that?
So Sharjah Sat 1, or before that, when I say 3 years, it was a result of a series of workshops and a lot of activities in the academy benefiting all the students from University of Sharjah and universities around here in UAE. After that, the idea started to build a CubeSat and send it to space. So it was very exciting. Everyone was excited, but it is a challenging thing. After that, we did the mission definition and design, which is the most critical. How do you define the mission? What is the goal? What are the aims from this project? And after that, it's a collaborative work, as I said, from different labs from the Sharjah Academy for Astronomy, Space Science and Technology. The main goal from this mission is to study the solar coronal holes and the bright X-ray sources in the universe, and how it affects the space weather. Space weather has been a very interesting topic lately, and studying it is very important. The data is very valuable for everyone, especially the people launching satellites around Earth. So space weather is a big topic. Another mission goal was to build the capacity and expertise in this lab, especially for the future series of Sharjah Sat projects, inshallah. So during this project, we were able to build an ISO 6 certified clean room where we can do all the work in a perfect controlled environment. Humidity is controlled, the temperature, it's clean from dust and everything. We can make sure that the electronics used in the satellites are safe to be sent to space. You don't want to send something that doesn't work up there. So
exactly.
You must, yeah. And then we have of course, the workstation with all the softwares to simulate the space environment, to do all the simulations and testing before getting the components and subsystems. And also we have the ground station, UHF, VHF, and soon to have the S-band ground station. We're able to communicate with the satellites in space. So it's very exciting to have all these facilities serving one project, and hopefully all the coming projects, inshallah.
So what's going to be happening with the data? So the data that we're going to collect, what's the big use for us?
Yeah, so the data is very important for everyone interested in space weather. Usually what happens is that we get this data, and then we study it along with of course the professors and the universities specialized in this major. And after that, we can publish it in big journals and big conferences to help everyone, and we build on each other's work. So it's a very nice thing to have to share with other scientists and other engineers working in this field.
And how long will it take to publish such data, approximately?
It actually depends on the mission. So we are launching it today. and hopefully we can get the initial data, and then it takes a lot of time for filtration to make sure that the data we're collecting is accurate and it's realistic, rather than it's just a bunch of noise that's affecting the payload. So we're hoping that we get something within next year, something really important, something really valuable, and that something that we can share with the public. So another thing I want to add is that the payload is an improved X-ray detector. A previous mission, BeAgle Sat, used an X-ray detector to do something similar, but it wasn't. So the Sharjah Sat 1 has an improved payload, so hopefully it will be able to get a more accurate data and avoid this noise. So we were working on these things around it, yeah.
Amazing.
So the Sharjah Sat 1 project, it's definitely in line with the UAE's national agenda in developing its space sector, and it goes in line as well with the vision of His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Mohamed Al-Qasimi, the Supreme Council member and the ruler of Sharjah. So I would like to ask you about the space sciences sector. Where does Sharjah stand on this map, on the space science sector today?
So I believe just having SAST, or Sharjah Academy for Astronomy, Space Science and Technology, is an answer to this question. It's very, very hard to find an academy with all these space sciences and different laboratories with all the different researches in one place. And usually this is what we get as a feedback whenever we have people visiting the academy. They're impressed. They say, we know radio astronomy, we know CubeSats, we know Meteorite Center, we know high energy astrophysics, and all these different labs, but in one place. That's really impressive. How can you? So this is the important part, is that having everything in one place, it benefits not only the scientists and the engineers, it benefits the general public. A lot of our work serves students and everyone interested in this field. We arrange lectures, a lot of lectures throughout the years, lectures every 2 weeks for the public to attend, workshops every month. So this is a constant work throughout the project of Sharjah Sat 1. We made sure to have everyone involved. So we want everyone to come and see, to learn. Even if you are not an expert in this field, just coming here and attending a lecture or getting some hands-on experience with in some of the workshops, it's very useful for everyone in the Emirates of Sharjah.
I'm curious to know, since you mentioned just now everyone is being involved in this project, how many engineers and researchers were actually involved in this project?
So
approximately.
From the Sharjah team, it's around 8 engineers, and we are also collaborating with Istanbul Technical University and University of Sabanci. So it's a big team of engineers, but for any space missions, you need this diversity in engineers, especially that you have different subsystems supporting the payload itself. So you have the control system, you need an engineer for control, someone for the power generation, someone for the structures, someone, and etc. As you can see, it's interdisciplinary work. So you need this different engineers to have this input. And the tricky part is to combine all this work and move in one
and
project.
Be aligned.
Yeah.
Amazing thing that you told us off air as well was that there's hundreds of students that were involved in this, not just these 8 engineers.
Yes.
This is a work in progress of over 3 years right now.
Yes. So students throughout the year from different academic levels and academic backgrounds, they come to the academy. Either it's an internship or a workshop that we arrange or a course that we have. When they come to the CubeSat, it's very interesting for them to see something that will be in space. So whenever we take them around the clear room to look at the components and subsystems, they get very impressed. And this is what you need for university students. They get tired from literature. So when they see something in front of them, they get really excited. And we had a lot of impressive ideas that we may use from the students who are getting involved in these projects. Now, another thing I want to add: CubeSats are originally educational CubeSats or educational satellites. So a big part of the project is to actually share the knowledge. It takes 3 to 4 years to build a CubeSat, or around this time. So it's even within your 4 years in your university, you can get involved and see your satellite in orbit. So it's a very good project to get involved and ease the transition to the workforce or in the space sector.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about the satellite, it lifts off 6:56 tonight. I'm sure you guys are very nervous about it. How long is this satellite going to be orbiting in space? What's the plan?
Yes, so hopefully we're actually arranging, we're inviting all the public to attend at 6 p.m. We'll start the program, and hopefully it will be launched by 6:56, as you said. In orbit, the mission will take 3 to 4 years to actually operating in orbit, and hopefully by then we'll be able to get all the data and make use of this data. After that, a big problem actually in space is the space debris. A lot of satellites dead in space orbiting. So we actually made sure that our satellite will come back to Earth in less than 15 years, and it will burn in the atmosphere. So this was also part of our mission goals.
Amazing.
Let me ask him a personal question. What's your favorite space movie? Since you're so well into this. Apollo 10?
I would say maybe Apollo. I don't
Gravity?
know. Gravity was nice.
Yeah.
A lot of good movies.
Space Jam.
And a lot of them have a lot of realistic
That's what I wanted to ask you about.
But it's that's actually what got me in space. Space is an open field, so you can use your imagination, and a lot of things that we are working on are actually from this imagination.
Wow.
If we didn't have this imagination, I don't think we'll ever go to space or think of having an Emirati astronaut or even establishing a habitat on Mars or something like this. So movies did play a lot of like, it took a lot of part to get involved in this field. Like, you choose space engineering,
I'm
it's
sure
a narrow
after you
field,
watched
but
a
it's
certain
really
film when
interesting.
you were younger, you got interested to be in this sector, or no? Maybe.
I wouldn't say a specific movie, but just hearing about all the stories about
Space.
reaching the moon, Apollo 11 or Apollo 13 when they had a problem with their capsule. So a lot of things that you question. So it's very interesting, I think. Yeah.
All right, let's say Apollo 13.
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13 was nice.
Yeah, it was
made
nice.
the decision right there. Well, we're excited, and thank you very much for joining us, Mohamed BinAshour, and it's we wish you all the very best to your team, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of nervy moments tonight, and 6:56 is the time when we can sort of breathe a sigh of relief, inshallah.